Warbaits has been in business for 11 years. That's no small feat. We're still a small company, but we work hard to make sure our branding is on point. We make sure that our product is quality and it performs at a high standard. I've put together a collection of our R&D clips. Not only do we spend time on the water catching fish, but every session we are R&Ding some sort of warbait. I love seeing the baits underwater, seeing how they react to different trailers. We take pride in our work. We want to make sure we have the best fishing lures on the market with optimal performance so that you can go out and catch a fish with confidence. We're still a little fish in a big pond. I know those bigger companies know we're out there. I've seen it in their product line. They've made changes to mimic what we're doing. So just be aware of the imitations that are out there. In this video, you're gonna see mini baits underwater doing what they do. Now, hopefully some of that stuff inspires you to apply that to your fishery and hopefully help you get bit. Possibly it's just an inspiration and you can change up the plastics, the head sizes, and the colors for your particular fishery. Check out these clips. Stay tuned for the end of the video for some more information. This is the current umbrella rig that I'm fishing. It's a 5-arm umbrella rig. I have it loaded up with 1/4 ounce Warbaits heads. Some of these heads have the weed guards pulled out, but a few of them are actually the heads that we make without weed guards. And you can see coming out of the middle is a 1/4 ounce chartreuse underspin with silver blade. This presentation is extremely effective. Most of the time they hit those bottom two or that stinger underspin right out the middle. 4-inch Damiki armor shads. This type of bait is a very streamlined bait. You're not going to get much body roll out of these swim baits. It's going to be more tail kick. That's an important factor when deciding which swim baits to use on your umbrella rig. I do fish this rig on a clip. I find that the line does not twist around the rig as much during a cast, and I also think the bait flows a little bit more freely in the water than straight tie. And here's another rig, more flash. There's blades running off the arms. Still fishing 1/4 ounce heads here. And you can see that the swim baits are different. These are more standard paddle tail swim baits. There's a little bit more body roll than the round style swim baits. The tail has a lot of kick to it. It's a very effective technique in saltwater and freshwater. Here's a little spotty picked up on the rig. Very flashy rig. Here's a different style rig. This one does not have a weighted front head to it. It's wire with 5 arms coming out and blades on the arms. Again, 1/4 ounce all the way around, and that paddle tail swim bait. Fishing the underspin. Super important. Great technique. Very versatile. Very flashy. Streamline. The vibration and the flash call the fish up. This is a great tool to have in the arsenal to get bit. Here we have a 3/8 ounce Firecracker underspin with a weed guard. Now the weed guard's important. You can fish it through the junk and it won't get hung up. It has a gold blade, and you can see the bait that I chose here is a round style swim bait body. That's really important. When you have a round body and when you have a thin body, it will allow that blade to flow freely underneath the swim bait. It's able to catch a lot of water, and as you can see, the underspin and the tail work great together here. This is a 1/2 ounce pink perp limited edition head with a purple back swim bait. The standard paddle tail is super effective on this style head. This is definitely a go-to in the arsenal. This is a confidence bait. This is a combo that many people have in their box right now. One ounce Ranger with a green back, orange flake, mono swim bait. This is a calico setup. I would fish this through the kelp stringers in anywhere from 10 to 60 feet of water. Another look at an underspin here. This is a 2 ounce DCP underspin with a weed guard. Silver blade, a 5-inch mono swim bait, baitfish color. When you fish a heavier head on the underspin, the heavy head will pull the underspin and the paddle tail swim bait efficiently through the water column, allowing maximum flash and vibration. Another look at a 2-ounce underspin, custom color, custom painted swim bait head, and this is a 5.5-inch swim bait. The swim bait is a more thin style with a thin tail, and you can see from the previous bait, this tail has a lot of small kicks, where the previous bait had more slower thumps. The underspin and slug combination is extremely deadly. When winding it straight through, you can see how much action the underspin is allowed to have because of that thin style swim bait. Now the swim bait will have a little tail flicker, but most of that action is coming straight from the underspin. This is one of my favorite techniques to fish in San Diego Bay. This is a 3/4 ounce chartreuse with silver blade underspin and a 5-inch MC swim bait. I love that smelt top color with that orange roe. And here's a spotty that came on this presentation, fished in 40 feet deep. It's a really effective way to get the bait straight down because there's no paddle tail holding it back. Another look at a fish, sculpin. Same bait, same presentation. They really love that flash and vibration. It's a great presentation for those deep water fish. A lot of guys fish it shallow though too, so don't underestimate it for shallow water fishing. And here it is on a 3/4 ounce DCP gold blade and a 5-inch swim bait. How much that blade's working. It's almost finesse. It's like a finesse presentation. 3/4 ounce DCP underspin on a 5-inch swim bait. Baitfish presentation. This is a bait of confidence. I know it'll get bit. Here's a 1/2 ounce blue shad, silver blade, underspin with a 3.5 mono swim bait. This is a paddle tail. Again, great action, a lot of tail kick. Spotty on that bait. .3/8 ounce silver underspin weed guard with a 3.5 mono swim bait. Real natural bait fish presentation. Great presentation. We like fishing through the eelgrass in a place like Mission Bay where there's so much of that grass on the flats. Here's a spotty that took the bait, choked it down all the way to the knot. Here's our 1/2 ounce MB Secret double Colorado blade spinnerbait. Super effective freshwater bait. Those two big blades have so much thump going off them, calls the fish in, and you can see the little undulations, the vibrations of the skirt also is an attract. That's why skirted lures work so well. Another bladed bait option is a 3/4 ounce MB Secret. We call this the War Blade. This is a swim jig with a willow blade attached to the hook. The bait runs streamlined through the water with the blade vibrating and flashing behind it. It's like a compact spinner bait that you can fish in tight situations. And we put this together because we found out in some circumstances, fish were biting the tops of spinnerbaits. They were biting the blades of the spinnerbaits and we were unable to hook them. So we moved that spinnerbait blade to the back of the swim jig and now we're able to catch a lot more of those short biters. A lot of flash and vibration come off this jig. Here's a different look at it, putting a bright chartreuse blade on the bait. That's really going to call them in. And a favorite in the box, the swim jig. This is a 1.5 ounce roach swim jig with a 5-inch Kalin's single tail grub. You can just see by this presentation that it's super fishy. If you crawled this thing on the bottom, it'd look like a little crustacean or an eel or a clam or something that a bass or another predator fish would need to smash down on and eat. We R&D a ton of baits on the water. Here's a prop style bait we were working on. This is a 1/2 ounce DCP head. The prop running right behind the head, exposed hook on a 4.8 Kitech swim bait. It's a good looking bait. I believe it'll catch a lot of fish, but some things just land in the R&D and some things make it out on the website. Our #1 selling bait on the online store is the Underspin product. Both weed guard version and non-weed guard version have sold like fire the last couple of years. If you do want to make a purchase, make sure to check out the website first, warbaits.com. We have a bigger selection through our website versus some of the other outlets. If they were to carry everything we have, it'd be a huge wall. They wouldn't have enough room for anything else. And also, when you guys shop through the website, it does help out Warbaits tremendously. It does help the business quite a bit because we're able to turn that money into products more quickly and come out with more limited edition colors and product. You can see if there's a dealer in your area, and if there's not a dealer in your area, you can either go to our website or you can shop on our biggest online retailer, which is Tackle Warehouse. They have almost everything we carry, and while you're there, you can stop in for any other of your fishing needs. They have everything on their shop. I want to thank you all for the support you've given Warbaits over the last 11 years. We're growing, and it is because of you guys. When I say that, it's true. You trust in our baits, you fish our baits, and we appreciate that 100%. If you have any questions about the baits, about the techniques, about the swim baits, about anything I put in the video, or any other questions you have, please drop them in the comment section below and I will get to those. If you want to see the Warbaits on any specific trailer, let me know. I'll pick those up at Tackle Warehouse and I'll get those in a video as well. And as always, get out there and go fishing, hook that giant.